Every dreamer reaches a breaking point. The question is, will you quit or will you persist long enough to win? Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a story you've probably heard before, yet maybe never fully appreciated. In the late 1800s, a man named Thomas Edison set out to create the electric light bulb. Science at the time believed it couldn't be done. Many scientists had tried and failed, leaving behind shattered experiments and crushed hopes. He didn't fail 10 times or 100 times. He failed over 1,000 times. And when a reporter asked him, how did it feel to fail 1,000 times? Edison simply replied, I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. That's the mindset of persistence. That's the difference between a quitter and a winner. Edison's story is not about genius alone. It's about a man who decided he would not stop until his vision became reality. That is the true power of persistence. And here's the truth. Every person listening today has their own light bulb moment waiting to be discovered. Your journey may take 1,000 steps, 1,000 failures and 1,000 moments of doubt, but persistence guarantees that one day you will hold in your hands the result of all those trials, just as Edison held the light that changed the world. And if history has proven anything, it's this. Persistence doesn't just create inventions, it changes lives. The same principle that powered Edison through endless nights of failure can power you through your struggles. The same unshakable decision to keep moving forward can transform your story, no matter how many setbacks you've endured. Section 1. Why persistence beats talent. We live in a world that glorifies talent. We say she's so gifted or he was born with it. But talent without persistence is like a car without fuel. It looks good, but it goes nowhere. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone incredibly smart, talented, or creative, yet they never really go far? And then you meet someone average, maybe even ordinary, but they outwork everyone, they push through, they keep showing up, and suddenly they're the ones breaking barriers. History is filled with examples of talented people who faded into obscurity because they never learned to persist when things got hard. Talent may open the door, but persistence is what keeps you in the room. It's not about how smart you are. But persistence ensures you finish the race. You do not need to be the most talented person in the room to win. You only need to be the most determined, the one who refuses to leave when things get difficult. Persistence is the great equalizer. It gives the ordinary person the chance to do extraordinary things. Powerful. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I've failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Do you see the pattern? Every failure is feedback. Every mistake teaches you something you didn't know yesterday. Failure is life's greatest teacher, but only for those humble enough to learn. When a baby learns to walk, they fall dozens of times. But do we ever say, oh, I guess walking isn't for you? No. We clap, we cheer, we encourage, because we know falling is part of walking. So why, as adults, do we treat failure like a final judgment instead of a stepping stone? Every no brings you closer to a yes. Every fall prepares you for your rise. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback. The truth is this, failure does not mean the end. It means you are still in the game. And if you are still in the game, you still have a chance to win. In fact, the more failures you collect, the closer you come to success. Each rejection, each mistake, each disappointment is carving you into the person capable of handling victory when it arrives. Failure is a tool, not a tombstone. And those who embrace it are the ones who eventually rise the highest. Section 3. Real life. Examples of persistence. Let's look at a few people who embody persistence. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before someone finally agreed to publish Harry Potter. Imagine if she gave up after the 11th rejection. The world would never know Hogwarts, Harry, or the magical story that inspired millions. Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, had his recipe rejected over 1,000 times before someone believed in him. Today, his recipe is known worldwide, feeding millions every single day. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Now his imagination fuels one of the biggest entertainment empires in the world. Steven Spielberg was rejected multiple times from film school before he went on to create cinematic history. Oprah Winfrey was once fired from her job as a television reporter because she was deemed unfit for TV. Now she is one of the most influential women in the world.
These people were not superhuman.
They weren't born lucky, they simply refused to quit. Their persistent set that says, "I will not quit when it gets hard. I will not stop just because it hurts. I will not let failure define me." Persistence is waking up on days when you don't feel motivated. Persistence is pushing forward when nobody will never feel tired, discouraged, or broken. It means you will not let those feelings decide your future. The most successful people are not those who never doubt, but those who never let doubt stop them. They know that discipline must take over when motivation fades. The mindset of persistence says, "I will rise every time I fall." Because the fall is not the end. And the moment you decide that quitting is not an option, you already separate yourself from 99% of people who never finish what they start. Section 5. Practical steps to stay consistent. Define your why. If your reason is strong enough, your persistence will follow. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Who am I doing it for? Break it into small steps. Don't overwhelm yourself with the big picture. Focus on the next step. Remember, big handling success. Surround yourself with encouragement. Hang around people who push you forward, not those who pull you back. Energy is contagious. Section 6. The breaking point. Here's the most dangerous moment in the life of every dreamer. The breaking point. It's that moment when you've tried again and again, and nothing seems to work. You've given your energy, your time, your effort, and you still don't see the results you hoped for. This is the point where most people quit. But here's the secret. Your breakthrough often comes right after your breaking point. Don't stop at 99 tries when your miracle is waiting at 100. Imagine a miner digging for gold. He digs and digs for months and he gets tired. Finally, he quits. So let me ask you, where have you been tempted to give up?
Where have you been telling yourself, it's too hard?
It's too late.
It's not for me?
I want to challenge you today. Don't stop now. Persist. Keep going.
Stay in the fight.
Remember this truth. Success is not for the most talented. Success is not for the luckiest. Success is not for the strongest. Success is for the most persistent. Every dreamer reaches a breaking point. The question is, will you quit or will you persist long enough to win? Because on the other side of persistence is your breakthrough. And here's my call to you. Whatever you are chasing, whatever goal you've been fighting for, do not let this be the moment you stop. You've come too far, invested too much, and grown too strong to quit now. Keep pressing forward because your persistence will not only shape your success, it will inspire others to never give up on their own dreams. The path is never easy, but persistence guarantees that it is always possible. If this message spoke to you today, then take one more step. Share it, spread it, and let it fuel your journey. And before you leave, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more powerful content that keeps you inspired, motivated, and persistent on your path to success. Your breakthrough is waiting, and persistence will carry you there.